Screaming water. So this is wrapped around the back building. It's I think about 80 or 90 people in there. There's a few under me. Yeah. We're supposed to be getting 102. Which, if you think about it, is pretty pathetic. 102, and they haven't dropped in 2 months, and it's split among a handful of Best Buys. After 300 days. And we're moving on. This was all just people. This entire walk. Oh look, there's the chairs. What are we doing? I don't know why we're in the road now. But we're in the road now. Yep. This is the Founders. They should have a little bit of everything. Probably mostly 70 and 80 Ti's. I'm just kind of showing up just because. I'm guessing by the time it gets back to me, there won't be anything except the 80 Ti's left. And I don't really have any intention of buying one of those today. So I'm kind of just here to say hi. Let me give me a second. I think I can get you a link. There's one in Discord, but hold up. Gotta figure out how to send it in YouTube. I can't actually chat from the app, so I have to go over to YouTube to chat. So there's the list of all of the Best Buy locations. And here comes the list of stores and line lengths. But you got like a couple of minutes until it actually comes in. I mean, prices on eBay are going down. If you're talking about all the YouTube videos you're seeing talking about the price going down. But AIBs have not started dropping prices, and they will not drop prices for at least a very long time. It's going to end up like with AMD, where the AIB prices are insanely high, and they're pretty much in stock most of the time. Nobody wants 6800 XTs for $1,500. That's just not the way things are going to go. Power Color's over there with a $3,000 6900 XT. Oh, it's a bin chip and it's water cooled. Oh no, you got an extra couple percent of performance. Congratulations. Was that worth 3 times the reference cost? So yeah. Not really, it's just a stupid situation. But yeah. It's very wet here, so that's probably the only reason the actual line isn't as long as it would otherwise be. That, and they also didn't give us warning until yesterday. I mean, there were rumors, but I was never going to substantiate any that weren't. I wasn't going to substantiate any rumors that weren't confirmed. But yeah, they should start ticketing soon, in about 15 minutes. How do I get back? There we go. So, yeah, at this point, AMD on Thursdays is your best shot at a decently priced card. I still stick behind that, even though, yeah, you have to use a script. Yeah, this website sucks. It's not that hard. So that's just kind of what I look at. Basically, if you look at if you look in on YouTube and the channel content, you can see poll numbers, and the poll numbers are always pretty good for AMD, and it's every single week. So it's definitely a lot easier for them, which is why you only really see a few hundred tops versus thousands of people still looking for an RTX card because they're not settling. There's at least one person from the Twitch that's here. I just don't know who they are or how to identify them. And the water's screwing with my screen. There's probably, I'd say, 80 to 90 people here. There's still definitely, I think everyone in line's going to get a card, potentially. But it's hitting the end of that limit. So. Being first in line is a little bit of overkill. I just want to see if there is potential for me to have a ticket within, and by showing up within half an hour of launch, or well, half an hour of the doors opening. This isn't a launch because the card's been out for 300 days at this point. Dude, who needs an umbrella when you can have a sweet red poncho? And the downside is my screen still gets wet. $5:30, yeah. 5:30 would have been a decent time to get up and get here. There definitely will not be everybody happy because there's still probably a lot of people towards the back of this line that are wanting a 3080, because they think those still exist. So, no, people are not going to be happy if they get a card that isn't what they want. Yeah, yeah, Europe kind of doesn't have a great time with these cards. Oh my goodness, this water is screwing me up. The Gawkers. Dude, there's just this line of people going and taking pictures. Oh my goodness. I think it changes between the different stores. Ours is supposedly getting 102. I'm guessing some stores are going to get higher numbers, but I don't know. You would think, like, a small town wouldn't get too many, and then they'd focus them on cities, but no. A lot of the Best Buys that have them are in flyover, like, states, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the 60 Ti, if you can get it, like, MSRP, Founders, yeah, but getting that in the Founders format is very, very difficult since the LHR bypass. Even non-Founders 60s are extremely rare. I don't know. I think the 80 came in at a really good price point because it was being compared to the 20 series. If you look at the 10 series, it's not that good of a price point, but we had just gotten used to the inflated prices. That's what's going to happen again this time. We're going to get really used to the inflated prices. This generation, or well, next generation, they're going to bump the prices back up, like the 20 series, because the 10 series had the same issue. Was mined, and Nvidia raised their own MSRP. When I bought a 1070, I bought it from Nvidia for 500 when it was 380 MSRP. So we're definitely going to see the 40 series is going to be crazy prices again, and then the 50 or whatever is going to be back to normal, and then it'll probably be good for mining again, if mining is still a thing at that point. Hello? Hello, hello. Okay, hi. Yeah, the water keeps triggering random spots on my screen. I think it just muted you guys. Well, the thing is, not everyone wants a 3080. Everyone wants a 3080 at the reference MSRP, which doesn't exist anymore, generally. NVIDIA is making just some to make people happy, but that's about it. Yep, it's been forever, and you still can't get them. There's still people standing out in lines at Best Buys across the U.S. They should start giving out tickets soon. I don't know if time zone changes it between the different Best Buys, but since this one opens at 10 normally, and they're opening early, I think it's going to actually do the full 7:30 and then 8. Yeah, I mean, it was great for 700. I was even happy at my 3090 at 1500. But that's just because I needed that use case, not because I actually wanted to bring it. 1500 or the 3090 for gaming is just kind of a joke. Especially it's going to remain a joke as long as they keep keeping VRAM low in graphics cards. Like for real, that number needs to start going up. The 1080 Ti had more VRAM than the 3080. We got to keep bumping that up if we want to be able to have better textures and stuff. Like that, I mean, you can even run against the 1080 Ti's limit, like your VRAM, if you run a bunch of ENVs with Skyrim. Like, you can use up that space. Yeah, now is not a good time to be going for PC parts. And, yeah, well, I mean, even by November, we knew that this was going to remain an issue for as long as mining was viable. Because mining is infinite demand. You cannot meet the demand of miners. So, I mean, as long as they're in the equation, there's always going to be a shortage. Don't seem to happen up front, but it should start happening soon. I just want to see what kind of number I'm at. EVGA cards are good, especially now if you're looking at cards that aren't too much of a scalp on eBay and you're actually going to buy one. Definitely only buy EVGA third party. EVGA is, as far as I know, the only card company that will do a transferable warranty. It's the short version of the warranty. You can't get the extended warranty, but they do have a transferable warranty. I don't think I'm gonna be ending up inside. Basically, they give a ticket and then they do. You come into the store to eat. At least that's the way it's supposed to work. Each store can run it how they want to. I don't know how this one runs it. But yeah, I'm mostly just here to see what kind of ticket I can get. If there's anything other than 80 Ti. I'll definitely hang around if there's anything other than 80 Ti, but if not, I won't be hanging around. So my earbuds are very better. I'm pretty sure I charged those before the 70 Ti launch. This is Greenville, South Carolina. We should be moving soon. I'm guessing that there's only 80 Ti by the time it gets to me. That's a pretty viable and pretty solid guess at this point. Just because the sheer volume of people here. That does mean your line's going to be longer though, so you can't show up as late. I got here at, I guess, 7:30ish, or not 7:30ish, 7ish. I was here more to see the people on the staff should get a card though. I would have recommended anyone get here quite a bit sooner if you want a pick of which card you get, and not just here's the last one we have in stock. Yeah, mine is still. So there's definitely people in line at this point that will not be getting a card today, depending on how many people are willing to buy an ATI and don't just get shoved a ticket for an ATI and leave. Because that's what I'm guessing they'll have the most stock of: 70 Ti's and 80 Ti's. And there's going to be a lot of people who look at that and go, 80 Ti, I'm good, I'll pass. But who knows, maybe they won't. But yeah, you gotta remember there are a lot of people who want the lower tier cards. I don't know. What was that noise? I think one of my Bluetooth earbuds might have just died. Can you guys hear me? I doubt they would do that, because then that would just incentivize people to come get a ticket, wouldn't matter when, and then just sprint to the door at 8. Just camp out at it. I'm getting weird audio in my earbuds, and it's yelling at me that their batteries are dying. I did not expect them to drain that fast, but I haven't used them in ages, because stuck at home all the time, all day, every day. The real question that needs to be answered is, what do I want for breakfast on the way home? Yeah, Best Buy is doing a reference card drop today in store. Oh my goodness, that car's stunning. He needs to leave on at least one cat. Goodness. Pictures. There were stores in California that had cards, but those probably have massive lines. And although I guess it's still 3 hours earlier in Cali, isn't it? So I mean, there might still be a shot if you find one that's got lower population. Sorry, we talked to somebody on here. Santa Barbara? That's actually a real town. What? Sorry, I thought that was just the site. As you can tell, I have not been off the East Coast. Dude, everywhere in Cali is money. House prices are insane. Like, I like to just jump around the U.S. and look at house prices, and it's just crazy. Are tickets happening? Are they not happening? I don't know. Um, I don't know. If I had this, oh, there goes my radio bus. Yeah, earbuds are going. Yeah, if I had to guess, it's this might be all we see for the founders cards that are not the 80 or the 70 Ti. This might be their last big hurrah. Here, I turn off Bluetooth. Can you hear me? Hello? They released a post on Best Buy yesterday. Like the actual website, they posted saying they were going to have the cards. We had rumors of it before that because they actually, you could start to see them getting put into stores. This is Greenville, South Carolina. And it's not going to be online. Not today, as far as I'm aware. Stu definitely is going to have the alarms on for Best Buy, going absolute ham on it, just in case. But I'm not expecting anything in store. People are starting to get antsy. I'm getting antsy. I don't do well with just standing and waiting. Goodness. Well, here, this is a common summer site. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, we went over 100 days where it didn't go 24 hours between times where water fell out of the sky. It was just nasty that summer. Oh look, people are arriving at work. Come on, it shouldn't be long now. Well, if you're jealous of the rain, here, you can watch this stream and then go submerge yourself in the bathtub and just stand up and let that drip off of you for a while. It should be a similar effect. You may even get the side bonus of feeling like you're actually at a Best Buy. People. I mean, you could do it outside if you got a hose. Yeah, I'm trying not to get beat up, Anthony. Because the ratio of that to, the ratio of those to not is probably pretty bad. I don't know. Honestly, my problem isn't really with the people who are willing to stand in line, if they're willing to do that. It's automation. Like, if you're willing to stand in line, sure. But if you're just a botter that's pulling like 3 or 4 each time with no work on your part, well, I mean, minimal work, that's not the same tier, in my opinion. They normally don't open until 10. I'm pretty sure they're opening 2 hours early today. Oh my goodness, who even uses Craigslist anymore except for cars? Recently, even the missed connections section of Craigslist is starting to die. Which is a shame, because those are always the craziest reads. Like, if you want some fun, go read the missed connections section on Craigslist. It's full of just people like, hey, I saw you across the parking lot filling your gas tank. I'm the gas station attendant at this certain place. Come say hi. It's like, that's kind of creepy. Yeah, well, Facebook Marketplace has more listings and stuff. That's the benefit. The difficulty is actually finding what you want on Facebook Marketplace, because their search function is trash. Versus I can open up Search Tempest, which is a third-party website, put in a search term, click open all Craigslist in the country, and it just opens everything. Ton of tabs, you can just search right through them. Then you know every single Craigslist in the country. You have seen everything with those, like, tags. that isn't a 3080 Ti. If that's all they got, I probably won't stay. I'm just kind of here for more seeing the line and stuff. What? Search Tempest? Dude, check it out. They've got Search Tempest and Auto Tempest. Auto Tempest is amazing for looking for vehicles within like 1,000 miles of you. Oh yeah, there it was around the front and then around the backside. Oh, doesn't that sound lovely? The heart cutouts on the bumper. Oh my goodness. If you're gonna straight pipe something, at least put a turbo on it so it isn't loud. I did a straight pipe for a while on my Miata, and then put the turbo on. I was planning on doing the turbo then the straight pipe, and I was just like, why don't I just run it without the headers for a while? You don't want to do that if you like your hearing. It's been two Best Buy drops since they've had Founders online, and this is all they can muster is maybe a few thousand cards across the U.S. Yep, 300 days, and it's still going.
That's why there's these guys one thing, and they're like, all right, what do you want? I'm assuming. That makes sense. That makes sense. Try to get the 3080 if I have to. I'll go 3090 if I have
to. You're probably going to get stuck with a 3080 Ti.
Yeah, the 3080 Ti will be okay. At least I got something.
Yeah.
I just don't want to go down to 3070, so that would be the worst.
3070 can handle 4K.
It could do it. It could do it. It's just not like that extra power for rendering.
Yeah. Well, if you got a reason to get a better card, then go for it.
Oh yeah.
I'm just, when people are like, I want a 3090 for gaming, and it's like, no.
Oh no.
Like,
this is all about rent. I bought a gaming graphics card that was locked for gaming, and then I realized I couldn't use it for
the LHR.
And I was so mad because then once I realized that, pandemic hit, and I was like, well, guess I'll just never get one.
Yeah.
So this is like, I've been sitting for a year on these things, waiting for it to drop down a little bit.
Yeah. It's gotten harder.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot harder. Like when I made my gaming computer maybe a year ago, and it wasn't that hard to get a graphics card.
Well, that's because it was a year ago, and they didn't have decent prices.
I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll buy a better one later. No, you won't.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted the 90. Yeah. And so launch day from NVIDIA, I was there. And, yeah.
Yeah, the 90 is a bit much for me, but that's why I'm going with the 80. But I could do it. It's just it would push me tight.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who have just kind of forgotten they had budgets for their computer build.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep adding to my computer too. I keep feeling like, oh, this was originally like a $1,500 computer. Now it's probably about $3,000-$4,000.
Yeah.
You know, I added the 4K monitor because I hated the 180p. I realized that was terrible looking. Okay, 4K, that's a $500 screen.
Dude, ultra wide. If you've not gone to ultra wide yet.
No, I don't.
The just sheer advantage I've had. We had one buddy who doesn't have an ultra wide yet, and when we're spectating him in Siege, there have been so many times where we're screaming him, there's somebody on the screen, it's just right outside his field of view.
I guess for gaming, like in gaming.
Are you guys camped out here for RTX cards?
Yep.
I was just curious. I'm not trying to get one right now. I just was wondering if that's what it was. Awesome. Hope you guys are you trying to get 3080s or
anything I can get.
Cool. Well, good luck on that, guys.
Yeah. The 3080 IT was the new one that came out recently. So
the ad for that. They were calling it the tie. Like, no, it's been TI for, like, ever. You can't change your name. Their own marketing person's like, it's the tie.
It's just like a slightly worse version of the 90, though, in my opinion. It's like...
It's missing the VRAM.
Yeah, the VRAM.
Like, that's why I got the 90, is the VRAM.
But the
because that was
VRAM's
easy.
that's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 390s.
60 Ti, 70 Ti, or 90? These for the power. 830. Yep. It'll probably just be a station at the door, let in like a few people at a time.
I'll do 37. I just can't see. I didn't have a card.
I'll go 60 Ti.
We're gonna start ringing up from 8:30 to Ti 70.
Okay, I guess I'm getting a card today. Was not really planning on it, but yeah. Ringing up at 8:30. Ticket number 27. So I'm guessing they had at least 27 60 Ti's. Within 3 hours of event start time. So yeah, I showed up at 7. They didn't have any more. They didn't have any 80 Ti's. That was the weirdest thing. And did you see they had reference 3070 Ti's? So they exist. Reference 3070 Ti's exist. I got 60, but yeah. Well, I'm guessing it's reference for the 60 Ti. Oh no, I chose which card. They still had 60 Ti's, 70 Ti's, and 90s. And I don't really need a second 90. I could use it, but I don't really need it. And 60 Ti is more within our budget for giveaways. I mean, nobody in line is scalping their tickets as long as they've still got more tickets to give out. Which there's no telling how many more they're going to give away. I'm going to sit in my car for a second and wrap things up. Hold please. Gotta get this poncho off. Oh, goodness. Well, what that means is I need to, wait, did they say 8:30 or 8? People are lining back up with their tickets still. Like, nah, I'm just gonna go sit in my car. So, yeah. That was the Best Buy experience. Yeah, here. Look at all the people still lining up. Like, just go sit back in your car for the next half hour. I think it was like 80 to 90 in line in front of me, maybe. It was definitely less than I was expecting, but it worked. (8:30 to 10:30). Yeah, they don't want to interfere with the rest of the people who show up at 10. Yep. And yeah, it's got to be reference if they put the actual SKU on there. Yeah, they were all founders. Greenville, South Carolina. And I showed up. I got up at like 6 in the morning, showered, drove here, showed up about 7. And got a card. Or, well, got a ticket. So I actually got to go use it. There's not really anything good for breakfast around here, I don't think. There's a Krispy Kreme, but I don't feel like hitting my calorie budget before 9 a.m. They did still have 3090s when I was in line. Like when I got up to the front, there were 60 Ti's, 70 Ti's, and 90s left. I did not pay attention to how many it looked like they had of each. Yeah, my part's off center. I didn't really spend much time combing this morning. So 40 series, they're not going to drop this year. Especially not if we get a 3080 Super that's $1,400. A lot of those numbers were just garbage, Chris. That's the problem with crowdsourcing information. People were putting in higher numbers to scare people off. Yeah. You could still take a drive out there and check it out if you're close. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. If I get a post on Twitter, if I get it, I'll post on Twitter. Is it a bundled PS5 or is it like a standalone? Yeah, bundles are pretty rough, but at least it's a PS5. Yeah, there was a list of locations that got them. Give me 1 second, I can get that to you. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna go. That was the Best Buy line experience. Yeah. Take another look. There's still people standing out there even after they got their ticket. I can, They're still standing. Yeah. So yeah, bye. Good luck, guys. Over on the West Coast.